Hi, we're here today to talk about the top 5 ways in which you're sabotaging yourself without even realizing it. Number 1, being uneducated. I am not necessarily talking about education in the traditional sense. I am talking about the impulsivity that often comes with being uneducated, specific to your investments, your finances, and your potential future. Let's break this down. When you are uneducated in the financial world, you might take risky chances with your hard-earned money that you don't need to take. You've heard from your brothers, friends, mothers, father about the big investment that's going to blow up. This shows that you do not educate yourself. Really taking the time to educate yourself on whatever investment you are excited about can save you from a whole lot of misery and unnecessary stress down the road. In order to help you educate yourself, we've included some great places to start on YouTube to increase your understanding of finances, and that will be linked in our bio below. Number 2, not doing the work. If you want to be the most motivated and successful version of yourself, you have to do the work. This is going to be shocking on yourself. Whatever that means to you, we look at getting into therapy, doing self-directed work, journaling, taking long reflective runs, or figuring out something that is not mentioned in this list. You have to do the work. There is no escaping yourself. If you aren't helping yourself move forward, it's going to be hard to move ahead in any other aspect of life while you stay stuck. Have you ever heard the quote, "Wherever you go, there you are"? Nothing is more true than that. If you are self-sabotaging in Boise, Idaho, you will be self-sabotaging in Paris, France, or wherever you want to end up. We have never heard of anyone regretting taking the time to invest in themselves. This is one of the top 5 ways you are sabotaging yourself, for sure, if you are not working on yourself. Number 3, we are going to be looking at negative self-talk. We all have our moments where we have a negative thought. We all have bad days, bad weeks, and sometimes even tough years. While we can't control those circumstances, we do have control over what we tell ourselves. The issue is not necessarily the negative thought or self-talk, but the issue happens when you don't correct the negative thought or perception, which then often leads to negative feelings and can even lead to poor decision making, giving up before you should, or even something potentially as serious as depression and anxiety. Working to be more positive in the way that you speak to yourself has almost an immediate impact, allowing you to see opportunity where you once saw barriers and limited success. That is so important. Even just as something as simple as, "Hey, I've noticed myself saying, 'You are so clumsy.'" You are going to find more ways in which you are clumsy. You are not going to be able to find ways in which you are graceful. If that is how you are talking to yourself, you are looking for those things. Number 4, not asking for help. We love to think we can do it all. At the same time, we also need to recognize that we need one another. Pretending to be completely independent is a myth. Staying motivated becomes easier when you have people cheering for you from the sidelines. It's why the Boston Marathon has spectators. Nobody is doing this alone. Everyone is in it together. I'm not saying ask for help every time something becomes hard. And let's get this straight. Asking for help does not mean asking someone to do it for you, which is often what I see happening in this world today. It's about letting go of your pride and learning from one another, asking for moral support, asking to consult with someone so that we can be the best version of ourselves and keep working towards our goals. Number 5, taking constructive criticism personally. We all have been there. We hear some feedback about ourselves, the work we've done, something we've said, something we didn't do. Our first thought is to look for all of the reasons this feedback isn't true or why it's someone else's fault. That is one of our primary defense mechanisms to protect ourselves. We want to be the best or be right, but we are missing an opportunity that is being handed to us, often for free. We at TopMotivationDr believe that it is important to take a step back and reflect on why someone would give us the feedback they provided. What about the feedback hurts our feelings? If someone tells you you're ugly, you're stupid, those are insults, not constructive criticism. If someone is telling you you aren't going to earn enough in your job because of XYZ, or you could move more quickly in the direction you wanted to go if you did X, Y, and Z, now that is something to consider. It causes you to ask more questions that could be helpful in working towards your goals. Some of the questions we asked after getting feedback are along the lines of, is there truth to what's being said? What could motivate a person to say that? Do they have my best interest at heart? Would taking their advice and feedback make me more fulfilled? These are just some of the ways you could be sabotaging yourself without even realizing it. Keep motivated and hit subscribe.